Hello, everyone. This is Archive12, and today we have a new NerdOut song. This is their Elden Ring song. I'm assuming for the Erd Tree DLC, or maybe this is just a hype for the Erd Tree DLC. I think that's the DLC that's coming out soon. Called The Shadow. I could be completely wrong about that, honestly, though, because I have never played Elden Ring, so I have no idea about anything about Elden Ring outside of what's been talked about in Nerdcore songs. So I suppose it's going to be a first for me. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing and I will be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. For free? Like, I don't have any context for this, but that... We're just gonna move on.
As a child, I would watch as the world would turn to pass me by. Born to trial and the grief of a war I couldn't reconcile. 100 believers, 100 deceivers. I thought no mortal man. Wings of a liar that keep going higher till someone decides to stand. The shadow, will you run when you face the fight? The shadow, will you stay till you find the light?
Ben has one of the best voices in the business when it comes to songs like this. This is an experience. This is up there, in my opinion, between the instrumental, between the vocal performance. This is up there with some of the songs that Miracle of Sound or Aviators have produced. Like, this is an epic fantasy experience coming from NerdOut, and it is incredible to hear, honestly. Like, this is probably, in terms of like overall composition, from everything from instrumental to lyrics to vocal performance, everything, I think this might be my favorite NerdOut song. And we're only a minute and 21 seconds in. That could change. But as of right now, I feel like this could easily be my favorite NerdOut song.
As a child, I would see our heart of gold could turn to stone. Oh, the strength of the gods can save me from the truth I know. 100 believers, 100 deceivers. I thought no mortal man. The wings of a liar that keep going higher till someone decides to stay.
Okay, sorry, I was caught up in listening to that. Here, let's let it play out, and then I'll give my thoughts. I definitely like the way that that ended too. But okay, so I the first thing that I can say right now about this is that Ben is perhaps one of my favorite dramatic singers, or singers of dramatic stories in nerdcore. Anytime Ben is on a track, I get excited because I know there's a good chance that what I'm about to hear is going to be insane, is going to be epic, is going to be phenomenal. Like I just I know that the moment that I hear Ben on a track, it's going to radically change how I decide to listen to that song. Like that's not taking away anything from Nem Raps, because Nem has a different effect on me. Nem, I've said it once before. In fact, he actually clipped it and put it on Twitter as well. That Nem is easily up there with some of the best rappers in nerdcore. Like you think when you think DPS, when you think Fable, when you think Rustage, like I put Nem Raps up there with those guys in terms of his vocal performance, in terms of his wordplay, in terms of his vocal delivery. Like I put Nem up there with the rappers that a lot of people associate with nerdcore. Ben gives me a completely different vibe and a completely different experience, because where Nem has me like super excited for what kind of like bars I'm going to be able to catch, or the energy that he's going to bring, because he always brings, or almost always brings, a very hyped up kick-ass energy. Ben delivers an experience. He delivers a story that I genuinely don't think is topped by many people in nerdcore. The only two people that I can think of off the top of my head that can match what Ben is capable of doing, and he doesn't do it all the time, but when he does, the only two people that I think that could match or potentially exceed what Ben does, and this is just from like their personal experience from doing this a lot, are Miracle Sound and Aviators, because they produce songs like this all the time. That is their thing. That is their niche in the nerdcore genre. When Ben decides to do that, to do what they do, he is on par easily with those two. He does a variety of different things for a variety of different songs. So like this is not a normal thing for him. This is an occasional thing for him. He doesn't do this all the time. He does this every once in a while. Most of the time he does deliver deep, impactful songs. Oftentimes some of the more emotional songs in nerdcore. But like when he wants to deliver an experience, he is capable of doing it without question, without a problem, with relative ease, and it makes me happy whenever I hear it. Like this song makes me really happy. I really enjoy this. So yeah, I people I think really should like the Fable, DPS, Divide Music, those are fantastic individuals. But if you haven't checked out NerdOut before, like you're gonna get two very different and very amazing experiences between Nem Raps and Ben, and this was one of them. This was a perfect example of that. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for listening. I am Ark12, and I will see you in the next video.